Hey, how's it going, Ricky?
Yo, what's going on?
Two birds, one show. We talk about craft beer and Philly sports. I'm DeeTer. That's my buddy RicT.
Yep.
What do you got drinking tonight, there, Ricky?
Got DeeTer. I got
Axes
Axes
of
of
Food.
Foo. That's a collab between North Park and Fiden's. It's a double IPA, about 8.2%. I started sipping on it
Nice.
before we went on. Yeah, it's got a great smell.
Mhm.
And the taste is phenomenal. Candied mango, pineapple. I get some tangerine, definitely a lot of orange flavors going on there. Super smooth for 8.2%, so kind of dangerous if you're fucking around.
Nice. All right.
Tastes great. What do you got?
I got Robot Jams by Brick City and Human Robot.
Nice.
Collaboration. I like both those breweries, Brick City out of Jersey, Human Robot out of Philly area. Pretty good, 8%.
Nice.
And double IPA. Let's see. This is what she looks like.
Nice party.
Nice head on it. Nice yellow hue.
She's a beaut, Clark.
Oh my god, so good.
Nice.
I was drinking it last night, and I was like, man, this is a good beer. But after having a sip of it today, it's like, wow, this is really good beer. I was so lucky, man. Like Bobcat, little liquor store in Defford.
Shout out.
They had this on the Instagram, on the Facebook and such. And I'm like, man, that's an awesome beer. I remember it from last time they had it. And they didn't have their limit on it. So, yeah, I bought 2 4-packs.
Nice. Well played, sir. Well played.
Yeah. Usually, like stuff like this, they'll have like, one limit, 1 4-pack. I'm like, yep, I'm taking 2.
Well done, sir.
It is that good. Oh, man.
Nice. Yeah, 2 great breweries collabing there. Just like here, we're both drinking collabs tonight.
Now, it's at the grain base, I guess, man, because it's so light. You know what I mean? But you get nice sweetness.
What's it like a Pilsner malt they're using?
Yeah, they gotta be using some Pilsner malt, man, because you do get that little bite to it. But the hops they use smooth it out so well.
What do they use?
I couldn't tell you, man. It's not on the can, but I'm thinking maybe like some cashmere, some Citra. Oh, here it is. Oh, okay. Citra, Mosaic, Nelson, and Idaho 7. It's that Idaho 7. It gives it that sweet gumball taste to it,
Nice.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is
Idaho 7. What's up? What do you got?
I believe this is definitely Strata and Nelson. I want to say Citra in there. I mean, I feel like Citra's in almost everything, but definitely Strata and Nelson in this. Yeah. I got to look up what else is in there. I don't know if the can says it. I can't see it in here. The writing's tiny on this, so I don't know if it's on this can somewhere. But like I said, and I'm in my garage, and the lighting's not too great out here, so.
Well, Brick City is always pretty good with putting their stuff on the can, and you can see pretty much everything. And there's a list of the hops.
Yeah,
that's
like that.
Great labeling. You know what I mean? There's no reason to hide anything. You're not. It's not top secret, buddy. It's just beer.
Yeah.
You should let your customer know what's in it.
Well, let us beer nerds be beer nerds, and so we can sit and talk about what hops and what malt grain and stuff is. Then it gives us something to talk about. So it's cool. Right. I like when beer cans, put the ingredients or even if it's just the hops they're using,
And I love all the new hops, and I do like the new ways it's been used, like lupulin powder, extract, and all that. But when you use like an old world hop like Nugget or Cascade or Centennial, anytime you use that, I'm always impressed. You know what I mean? To be able to use Chinook, right? Like, oh man, Treehouse is Sap? Oh my god, that Chinook beer is incredible.
You love Sap, do you? I get a little bit, and I think they're going for this with that. I think they're going for a little bit of that West Coast vibe with Sap. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Right, man. You get that.
Which is fine. I like a West Coast once in a while. I like that flavor once in a while. I definitely feel like Sap's a little more bitey, You know, the edges are not rounded on that. It's got the sharp edge, the pointy edges, if you would. You know, it's a slight resin note to it. It's a good beer. That and what's the other one? Super Sap or Sissa Sappy or something?
Right. Yeah,
they're good.
I haven't had the what's it, the triple sap or whatever. But buddy Jeff and Al said it was really good. Yeah. But next time I see that it's on the list, I'm definitely picking it up.
Nice.
But yeah,
that's cool.
We talk craft beer. Ricky's on Craft Beer Fanatics, and I'm on breweries.nj.com.
Shout out. And I'm going to be honest with you, when I hang this phone up, because maybe I was in my malaise, it's been a long week.
Yeah.
I put this beer on my site, Craft Beer Fanatics, and did a little description. I think I might have mixed it up and wrote, you know, Cloud with North Park and Monkish, where it should be North Park and Fidens. Because I think I even said that to you when we first started talking. I was like, it's North Park and Monkish. And I'm like, it's not Monkish. It's with Fidens. But I think I'm in a haze this week. It's just been that kind of week. So I might have to go back on my site, you know, Craft Beer Fanatics, and correct my description, because somebody they'll chime in, you know, that's not Monkish in North Park. That's fine. Like, thank you. You know, I appreciate it. You know, I was in a haze.
Right, social media is so good. We're letting you know when you're wrong. You know what I mean?
Dude,
hey, buddy,
the sharks in the water, dude. Sharks in the water. Oh boy!
But we're on it's a Big Game Sports Buzz, Big Game Entertainment. You can check out our old shows and check out
which one is it? Big Game Sports Buzz or Big Game Entertainment?
We're on both now.
Okay.
They try to separate the sports and their entertainment, but you know, since we do kind of a mixture of the both with craft beer and sports, we're on both of them.
All right, I just want to make sure I got it right, because some people have asked me how can they find the show, you know, and I know our numbers are flying up there. We're close to what now, 12 million.
Right.
So I want to tell people, you know, how to find our show, and if anybody's watching, any support is greatly appreciated. Like, a follow, subscription,
hit that subscribe over there. Yep, please do get those numbers up.
It helps your boys out. If you want to see real, live, uncensored sports and beer talk, help us out, you know, so we can keep doing this thing.
It's two of our passions is sports and craft beer, and me and him, we talk all the time when there's games on, back and forth.
Word up.
We like to do this podcast once a week to get it on the show.
Yeah, definitely. And some shout outs. I had some people in earlier, good friends of mine, said they watch our show every week. Shout out to Rich and Lynn, great people. You know, I remember I talked a few weeks ago about Ron Jaworski and his beer, you know, and the football he gave us, you know, autograph by the Eagles. Rich and Lynn, and you know, they're some big part of that. Great people, and thanks for following our show. It's much appreciated. You guys are awesome. Much love.
And that beer is a Pilsner, right? What's it, John something?
Yeah, the Jaws John. It's a Pilsner. I think it hangs around 5.4% or so, something like that. But it's really good, light, crisp, easy drinking. You know, you could have them at the golf course, or you know, have them when you're watching a game.
The brewery's neck of the woods, right?
Yeah, neck of the woods over in Pittman, New Jersey. They do a lot of great stuff. Big fan. So they just did a collab with shout out to another New Jersey brewery. Just opened up last weekend in Elmer, I believe, called Lost Elephant. You know, any support we can send out. Hey, the neck of the woods just did a collab with them. You know, I think it's called like I got Evolution Baby or something like that. And I tried it yesterday. It's good. It's really good. So shout out to Lost Elephant and Neck of the Woods.
I got to update my web page with breweries that left and breweries that came in. I break it up into each county. So whatever county you're in, you just click that and it'll show a list of your local breweries.
Check out DeeTer's website, brewersinNewJersey.com. Good spot, man. Good site. Everybody check it out, especially when you get some craft beer knowledge.
Yep. Let's get on to the second portion of the show. We talk sports. We like to start with craft beer, and then sports, craft beer, and then sports. So whatever portion you want to check out, free to skip around.
You're rocking Phillies. I'm rocking 76ers. We could start with either of them, or we could start with the bummy ass Flyers, who when I left my living room were getting beat 4-0, but that's a good thing. Flyers, we want you to lose games. You only have to lose all the rest of your games since you already fucked up your draft order.
Yeah, your buddy, Ant. Good night, here to learn. Okay, yeah, all right.
I saw Ant at the bar earlier. What's up, big cat? That's my boy. That's my cat.
Man. Thanks for watching, man.
Huh?
I said, thanks for watching, dude. He's always on here. It's awesome.
And he's part owner of Burley Oak Brewing down in Maryland. If you ever get a chance, check them out. They do a lot of good beers, a lot of good IPAs.
Oh, awesome beers. So he knows what he's talking about, man.
Oh, yeah. Ant knows his shit, brother. Comes and sees me every week.
Learned. Oh, man, you probably teach us, buddy.
For real. Ant's the man. He was drinking some of that Alien Church earlier at the bar. All right, good. Sorry about that.
Man, dude. Yeah,
straight from the tap.
Oh, it's gotta be so nice to have that nice and cold from the tap. Oh, so man. Good. Good. I remember days when we were standing in a line for that stuff. It's so nice to see it over in Jersey now, man.
Word up, cuz.
God. The days we're living in, man. You know? There's no more struggling to get good beer, dude.
We paid our dues. And I'll say this, shout out to breweries in Pennsylvania too. For my money, Tired Hands is probably the best brewery in PA. You can argue it. Everybody's got an opinion. I put Imprint up there too, and Warwick Farms. But I think Tired Hands for me at the very top is the best in PA. They're putting out great shit.
Yeah, if you ever want to know good beers in PA, check out breweriesinpa.com. Good guys, man, and they know their stuff, dude. Awesome website,
that's
awesome
for sure.
Instagram. They're always up to date on the new beers coming out over there. So
it's awesome. A great site. Great site. Yeah. Breweries of PA, right?
Yeah. Yep. Breweriesinpa.com.
Cool. Everybody check it out. It's a great site. So good. So would you want to lead in with Sixers, Phillies, Flyers, Eagles? I'm always ready to go.
Let's start off with the Flyers. Get the easy ones out of the way. It's a good thing that they're losing. They need to lose. So
a loss is a win this year for the Flyers. A loss is a win.
I know. I know it's tough to swallow that pill, but you just have to suck down your medicine, dude, and just get done. Get the draft.
Well, but listen, all teams go through it, and does it suck to lose? Yeah, but is it a means to an end? Sure. Did the Sixers do it? Are the Sixers about to win? What is it? 50 games for like the 5th or 6th straight season, or something to that effect, or close to it? Did they win a championship yet? No, not yet. No. But
had the opportunities to.
Right. And listen, that's all you want every year. You're not going to win a championship every year. But what I want, and all sports, is a chance. Just say, listen, I'm at the dance. I'm at the party. Right. I might not win it this year, but I have a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Right.
I mean, last year seasons, man, it was rough. All of our teams pretty much got to the championship, and so except for the Flyers. But, it's we lost. But, hey, man, you don't stick your head in the sand. You get back up, and you go right back at it next season.
Yeah. And, it's good. I know it sounds weird. It's good to see the Flyers losing. When I came in here, it was 4-0. And that's fine. A win, a loss is a win this year for the Flyers.
Right. Yeah, you got to do it. You're not going to do nothing. You're not going to make it to the playoffs. It's too late. You know what I mean?
And you never want to get caught in the middle. That's draft purgatory, where you're sitting there between 11 and fucking whatever, 28 or whatever. Either be the best or be the worst. And unfortunately, people, trust me.
Yeah.
It's just the way it has to be sometimes.
Just like Ricky Bobby, man. If you ain't first, you're last.
Word up, cuz. Listen, second place is the first loser. And listen, I'm not going to go on a whole diatribe right now about, this past year and finish in second place and what that means. Like you said, they were nice seasons, but guess what?
Yeah.
It ended in heartbreak. We need to get to that next level.
It's so hard to listen to the baseball game on the radio because they keep saying the NL championship defenders, the Phillies. Yeah. You know what I mean? Okay, all right. I mean, that's cool, but we didn't win the big show, bud.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Agreed. And I feel like we have this second place mentality in this city. Everybody still talks about fucking 93 Phillies. Listen, it was a fun team. They're a bunch of bozos and fuck ups and badasses. But you know what? All in all, they broke our hearts in the worst way, and they didn't win shit. And here we are. 30 years later, still talking about them. They didn't win shit. The 0-1 Sixers, Allen Iverson, the step over Tyronn Lue. They didn't win shit. Listen, I don't want to be second place. I want to be first place.
It's Philly love. You know what I mean? The city of brotherly love. We love our players, man. It's just how it is. You play your heart out. You play lights out. Philly's going to always love you, man.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate all those teams. I love them, but we didn't achieve the ultimate goal. You know who loves 6 Super Bowl rings? Is them Patriots up there. You know what I mean? Because they won them all. I'm sure if they lost the Super Bowl in all those games, it wouldn't be like what it is talked about now. It was nice to get there, but it's time to start winning, guys.
It's like you said, it's the mentality, dude. Yeah, we're so used to losing, man. But it's as long as we play hard, it's like the saying says here, man. You never buy a beer in the city again. Is if you play in Philly, you play your heart out. The city loves you, and that's all you can ask for. Sometimes things don't go our way.
Well, speaking of you're right. And that Phillies team last year was a very likable team. It really was. Very likable team. I guess kind of segue into that. We are still talking about the 1 and 5.
I know.
Philadelphia Phillies. Now, here's the thing. Listen, here's the thing, though. It's fine. I know they're like, don't panic. I know. And listen, you don't win a pennant in April, but you sure could lose one. So get the hangover out. We got out of the way. We got a average to below average Cincinnati team coming in for our home, and that place is going to be electric. Go in there and sweep this fucking team, or at least take 2 out of 3. You got to win the series. You probably should take all 3 because you're way better than this team. So go in, and you know what? Let's say you go sweep the series. You walk out of there at 4 and 5, and listen, that's fine.
Get the wins when you can. You know what I mean? Because you never know how it's going to go later on. It's a rough start because the injuries and all. We're moving players around, dude. We're trying to find ourselves, and we need those bats, man. Our pitching it's not good on its own. We need the bats. So, one home run isn't going to cut it, man. You need to get people on base.
What's weird too this year, it seems like when one's doing something, the other's not. The first 2 games we lost to Texas, we scored 8 runs and 7 runs consecutively. Usually you win 90% of those games, right? So then the third game, we only give up 2 runs. But guess what? We only scored 1. So it's like if one's shit in the bed or the other. We need that synergy. We need the hitting and the pitching to come together and fucking boom. Because that's when this team's going to roll downhill like a fucking snowball, gaining speed.
Right. Take off like a friggin' freight train. Because they got the talent, man. They just need to get it going, dude.
And I keep telling myself, and I got to believe it's going to happen, Nick Castellanos is eventually going to have to break out and be what he was, what the back of his baseball card says he is. You know what I mean? The year before he came here, I think he hit 30-something home runs and batted like 307.
It's nice to have the young guys like Bo on the team and, bringing Turner on, man, awesome dude. But, we need Castellanos. He needs to step it up, man.
People don't realize how good he is.
With Hoskins and Harper down, somebody, Schwarber can't fucking put the whole team on his back.
Yeah,
and it's not going to happen, man.
And they should be putting up 6 runs on average per game with JT Realmuto, and
right.
JT, like you said, you got Alec Boehm who put on 20 pounds of muscle, and Bryson Stott, who, by the way, love you, kid. He's hitting the cover off the ball. That kid's lighting it up. And Schwarber, and even Derek Hall, and you got Castellanos. Listen, you guys should be putting up 6, 7, 8 runs a game. Seriously, on average.
Hall's a big dude, man. He should be rocking that ball, man.
He should be, dude. I'm taking a trip to the beer fridge because that fucking beer went down.
Oh my god, dude!
I know, and that's an 8.2% beer.
Did you beer bong that when we weren't looking or something? Jesus, man!
I told you it was smooth.
Oh my goodness! Look at this guy.
I think I'm going to go with the monkish.
Sorry, I missed out. What are you guys drinking on your like gym wear working?
It's a good beer from Burley Oak.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I was sipping on Human Robot and Brick City Robot Jams, and Ricky had a collaboration too, I think, right?
Yeah, it's a Fidens and North Park collab called Axes of Foo. It was fucking phenomenal. 4.7 cool, I rated on Untapped. If anybody's on Untapped.
Yeah, I put this beer on my Instagram last night, and everybody loved it, dude. Like
Instagram.
Dude, it's a cool beer, man. Like I love Human Robot and Brick City, and then seeing to do this beer again because this is like the second time I think. It's fucking tasty. I will say that, man.
Nice. Whoa! I'm gonna tell you what. You listening to me?
What is it, man? What you got, bud?
If you were listening to me. Wow, that smells good. Woo.
Oh, was just there. Okay. Oh,
that's called.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's called Pokemunk. Like a Pokemon take on Pokemon, but with monkish. Yeah. So you see Pokemon on the can.
Damn, dude. Where are you getting this monkish from? Holy crap, man.
This motherfucker is hooking me up, friends. You know what I mean?
What do they do? Like fly it over like California and like flying it back? Like how the hell are you getting from monkish, man?
You know, they get beers, they share with me, I share, you know. Yeah, fucking dude, beer awesome. Friends. Thank you.
That was really nice, man. You got good. Oh my god, that's beautiful. That is really nice. Now, is that straight monkish or is that a collab with somebody?
That I believe is straight monkish.
Damn,
who,
dude,
by the way, I don't know if anybody I always say is new to the show or new to the beer game. If you ever get monkish and you're like a fan of Treehouse, for my money, monkish is the Treehouse of the West Coast. They're not just a good California brewery that makes New England IPAs. They're one of the best breweries in the country making New England. They're up there with Fidens and Treehouse and Trillium and other half and all them cats.
I need those friends too, Anthony.
Dude, you have them friends. I see the shit that Alan fucking Tony gets you, dude.
Not don't play that role. Oh my god. Oh,
you over there drinking fucking Troon and shit like that. Don't you know? When's the last time you see me drink a Troon?
Oh man, Tony hooked me up this week, man.
Right, I see. So don't you get your shit too, kid?
He comes in with a big backpack full of beer, man. He's like, "Oh man, I got all my fridges are filled up, dude. I need some help." I'm like, "Tony, you came to the right place, man."
That's the bull right there. Shout out to Tony. Does he watch the show?
Once in a while. I always send the link.
Tony, listen, I know you ain't doing nothing better than this. Watch the fucking show. You're one of us, dude. You're part of this craft beer clique, dude.
Al flips a coin, and I call heads or tails, and that's the first pick, and then we go back and forth, back and forth.
Nice,
it's pretty fun.
See, so you say to me, you're like, "Where do you get all?" I see all the good. You're drinking just as good as shit as I am. So I think what we need to do is both start sharing with Ant.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Ant, get your own fucking beer. No, I'm just kidding. Love you, kid.
Now his brewery's down in where's Burley Oak, Maryland.
Is it Frederick, Maryland?
And he drives up here, like, or does he live up here?
Well, how's that work? I think he is from up here, Maryland. And maybe he goes back and forth. I don't know. Ant, if you're listening, explain to us why you're always down in Maryland and you're part owner of that brewery.
Okay, so he said no, he don't live here.
Oh, okay.
I guess it just gets around, man. It's a pretty nice life.
Word up. Go get him, man.
Okay, so the brewery is in Berlin.
Okay. Berlin, Maryland.
And then oh god, man. Yeah, man. He's
so you live here and then you drive?
And he's got a condo down there.
Oh, that's because you're rich, Ant.
Damn, man.
I wish I had a condo. No, say, hey, everybody start hitting like and subscribe so I can get a condo like Ant has.
Right, man. God. That's gotta be nice, man. Be down in Maryland.
It's rich.
Yeah, man. That's beautiful down there.
You know what I mean? He's probably down there hitting up secrets and shit. That fucking pool bar in what is that, Maryland? You know? Hey, God bless you, kid. So anywho, so we talking Phillies. It's
the Reds, Cincinnati Reds, right?
Right, which is a team you should definitely take 2 or 3, and if not, sweep them. That's a bad team, that Reds team. They're a very bad team. And whatever, take no prisoners. Just go take these 3 games, and you better take at least 2.
Tomorrow is our first home opener, right?
Yeah, it should have been today, and they canceled it.
For rain?
Yeah, because rain came to like 10 o'clock.
Right. It was beautiful, man. I was like going to do some yard work, and I was like, well, they said it was going to rain, so I start doing some inside stuff. And I'm like, where the hell is this rain at, man? It didn't start raining until 10.
And I got to say, what a pussy move, dude, by the fucking Phillies front office. That's some pussy shit, dude. You know how many people took days off of work to go do this? And you call it before you called it last night, you fucking pussies. Sorry if anybody's watching. You don't like that language. It's uncensored.
It was going to be an afternoon game, right? 3 o'clock or something like that. Dude, that's insane.
We didn't even start getting rain till like 9:30.
Right. Piss off your fucking fan base. First opening game, dude. That's cool.
Right. As if you haven't shit in our faces enough for the last 140 years, you fucking bums. Just kidding. I love you guys, but seriously.
Right, man. Like people probably pulled their kids out of school and shit. You know what I mean? Like, dude.
Well, a buddy of mine, him and his pop came in today. He took today and tomorrow off from work to go to that game, had set a whole day around it. And then we're going to cancel it because we think there's going to be rain. Dude, listen, what has happened, by the way, to our society? Do you remember? I don't know how long. I want to say it was in the last decade. We ended up having that game against Minnesota here, and they called it. So they're like, snow's coming, and they put it on a Tuesday. Joe Webb, for anybody watching, knows what I'm talking about. Probably Big Al knows what I'm talking about. Listen, you canceled on Sunday and rescheduled for Tuesday because you thought there was going to be fucking snow. Listen. Stop being pussies. This whole world, you're a bunch of fucking pussies anymore. Man the fuck up. Playing snow in the rain.
That's like me calling out the night before. Hey, boss, I'm not going to make it in tomorrow. He'd be like, you sure you don't want to wait till tomorrow? And call me, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
I think I might be tired tomorrow. I'm going to cancel work. What? What a pussy. This is the pussy society we live in. And if anybody's offended by these terms, I just want to say, good, you're a pussy. Like seriously, like what the fuck, dude? I'm going to call the game the day before because there might be rain. Really?
Right, man.
That was like that Eagles-Minnesota game on a Sunday. We're going to postpone until Tuesday because there might be snow. We love the fucking snow. We live in the Northeast. We're used to it. This isn't Tampa.
God damn, there was like hardly any snow this season. It was so weird, there was none. Man.
Well, that we can go on I can go on a whole another diatribe of conspiracy theory as to why we don't get winter anymore. We're now getting tornadoes all over fucking New Jersey because you done fucked up people up there. You mess with Mother Nature. Now she's coming back at you.
Look at all those whales and fucking dolphins on the beach. That's insane, dude.
Get the wind machines out of the fucking ocean. Right. Leave the animals alone. Phil Murphy, listen, you should be ashamed of yourself. You're bad at your job. And not just are you bad at your job, you're really bad at your job. Get the fuck out of here. Now you're killing whales and shit. Get out. We hate you. Just kidding. I don't hate anybody.
Okay, you can't prove it, but the shit wasn't happening before it. So what does that fucking tell you?
And it's happening on a massive level. Listen, you guys aren't going to be happy up in, I don't want to start saying the wrong words because I remember last week they started getting weird on us. Right. But listen, stop beating up the earth. Stop beating up the earth and stop fucking with Mother Nature. She's going to win every fucking time. Dude, live and let live and stop with the stupid shit.
I had to bring bottled water into work for the past 2 weeks because of that chemical spill in the Delaware River.
They're spilling shit in our water everywhere. I'm telling you, they're systematically trying to fucking eliminate us.
Plastic vinyl in the fucking water, dude. How gross is that?
You know what I'm saying? What? Listen, we could do a whole other podcast, seriously, on just the weird shit that's going on the planet, because I could talk for more than an hour on that shit.
I was talking to Tony. Tony's friends with the guys at breweries in PA, and he said that like they had to like truck water into the breweries because they weren't sure about the beer and they weren't going to get people sick off of it.
Yeah, I don't. That's
how fucking crazy is that, man? Yeah, I'm glad they did that.
That tells you what kind of fucking world we living in.
Although alcohol does kill a lot. So, yeah, I mean,
it does. And so does, the boiling process. You know, that's why beer is cleaner than water, to be honest with you.
Medieval times, man, that's what you drank. You drank beer instead of water.
Yes, during the plague. That's what, because the shit was boiled.
Yep.
Like I said, I can do a whole podcast every week on that. That's you see me on Facebook and the other places, dude. I'm all about it. I don't hide that shit anymore, man. Fucking weird shit's going on this planet, and people better start waking up. You better wake up, man, because as Cypress Hill said, when the shit goes down, you better be ready.
Stuff. All right. So what's the next team?
Let's get over to the Sixers, who shit the bed tonight and got their asses kicked by the snake himself, Jimmy Butler. That fucking scumbag. Butler. I know you watched him. Hey, fuck you, dude. And you're a snake. You speak with a forked tongue.
We don't mean it, Butler. We don't mean it. We love you, buddy.
I do. Hit me up on MySpace, Jimbo.
Dude, I would love for him to come back, man. He's a fucking awesome player. Yeah, I think.
Who's he going to play for? Who's he going to play for? Harden? I'd rather Harden than fucking Jimmy the Snake Butler.
No, I'd rather we kept him and got rid of Tobias, man. Like that big paycheck.
Hold on, we already talked about. They didn't get rid of him for Tobias. They got rid of him and kept Ben. It came down between, and then he started talking shit on Tobias because he's a fucking punk.
Yeah, that was a bad move keeping Ben. Jesus fucking Christ. Awful.
Well, listen, in hindsight, 2020, it's a bad move keeping Carson Wentz too, but
Well, it's about time I go to the beer bucket I got down there.
Nice, what you got now?
A little bit of fighting.
That's the fuck I'm talking about, Boise.
Yeah, I do got some good friends too.
See, so stop. What always did, Ricky? Where are you getting it? You do it too, kid.
Oh shit!
That's a pretty beer. Can you pronounce that name for us?
I think it's like Waikiki or something like that. Waikiki, Waiheke.
Hold up the screen.
Hold on, let me pour it first. Oh my god, this is a beautiful fucking beer.
Do you remember the I think it was like an Icarus and Bolero collab. Do you remember Waikiki?
I can't pronounce this shit for long. I can barely speak normally, and I'm already, dip a deep. I do love these Fidens, man. That's a good brewery, man.
That's a great brewery.
They're blowing up, dude. I remember just a little thing that you used to talk about, and then Al went up there and he said like they had to do like a drive-through type of thing because the place wasn't that big. But Tony's went up there. Now they have like a tasting room and everything. So he said they're expanding. He had a good beer trip, dude. He went up to Treehouse. He went to Trillium. He went to Fidens. He also hit Equilibrium on the way back. He said their tasting room was nice too, man.
I like Equilibrium. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, so do I.
I always say for beers that you can regularly get off the shelf now, I think, kind of Equilibrium and Other Half are the best of what. If I want to go to my local liquor store, shout out to Clayton Liquor and Raj. I know I can almost always get Other Half and Equilibrium.
Switch it to that.
Attaway, kid.
Sure. Okay.
I'll be going over to Heineken Light soon.
I do the Modella once in a while. I like
Modella is a good beer.
Yeah. When I go see my family in Texas, I usually drink that.
That's a good beer. Mexican lager.
They get the can, man. They put a lemon on the can and sprinkle a little salt on it, man. It's pretty damn good.
It is good, especially when you're down there in the hot weather, dude. That works.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah. Well, you ever have a michelada
with the clam tomato
with
juice
the beer and shit? And I've never drank one. I've heard about it.
Right. When I was at the Penn State game, they were drinking like beer and tomato juice.
What together. Is it like a Bloody Mary with a lot of beer in it?
I guess, man. It was like a college kid thing. I was surprised to see these kids drinking that. It was gross, dude.
Gross.
Like Miller Lite and tomato juice. Like, I'll pass on that, man.
Yeah, right. Who came up with that idea?
I don't know, man. College kids are weird.
Yeah.
Like when I was in college, I was drinking the Beast, Old Milwaukee's Best, because it's like the cheapest stuff you can get for like beer pong.
Ugh, yeah, I'm with you, kid. Listen, I'm with you. We've paid our dues on drinking crap beer. I think that's why we get such great beer now, is because we paid our dues drinking the garbage beer. You know,
like you said, man. Like you want the good coffee or a good steak, you're gonna spend money for that. It's the same thing with beer. Why am I going to drink fucking water when I can have this beautiful beer of nice New Zealand hops and beautiful grains, you know, like
expertly well crafted, by the way. And I'll say this, I drink the good shit because I like the good shit.
A little heavy on the head because I like to pour heavy, but it's
I don't think it's because you like to pour heavy. I don't think you know how to pour beer correctly.
The aroma from the hops, the aroma from the hops come out of the foam.
Okay. Listen, I've known you too long. Don't hand me that dog shit. I've been watching you pour beer for a long time, boy.
Yeah. There's no finesse in my pouring.
Nothing wrong with that, kid. So here's the problem. These beers are so expertly well crafted, and I'm drinking an 8.2% and I don't know, I think it's like an 8.4%.
Okay.
Dude, these things, I'm drinking them like they're Coors Lights. This is an hour show. We're only 37 minutes in, and I'm almost 2 double IPAs in. Man, these beers are so good. They drink so easy.
I haven't even checked the timer, man, because I'm having so much fun.
I know. Yeah, I usually don't either.
But, dude, this beer is amazing. Like, my buddy Tony had it in his backpack, brought it into work, and it was sitting in his backpack pretty much all day. And I put it in the refrigerator yesterday, and it's still good. I thought maybe it might get a little skunky or something.
Nice.
Nah, man. It is beautiful. Dude, that's a good brewery, man.
Well, and to harken back to that point, too, while we're doing craft beer, I was thinking to say, I was going through I literally walked to my garage earlier to check the dates on all my beers. After checking the beers in my beer fridge in the house, because I didn't want them to get too old, but I'm looking at them, and some of these I pop open, and not usually, but sometimes they're 2 months, and every once in a while, like 3 months. But even so, like they still now listen, you'll get to a point where they won't be good, but they hold up really well. Some breweries better than others.
I was saying, like back in the day, West Coast IPAs, it was like, man, you gotta drink that like right off the pot, dude.
Remember the Enjoy By series?
With the New England IPAs, you can let them sit for a little bit longer. I think that the big body on it holds the hops a little bit better, man.
I think 3 months is your max window.
Right.
I think 3 months and less, you're usually pretty good. Maybe some will hold up more or less than others, but about 3 months is your window.
God, man.
And I just found I'm actually probably going to go get it now. It was like a juice machine that's from like January. And I'm like, I better fucking drink this soon.
The nose on this is awesome. It's got like a little spiciness and fruitiness together. Like those New Zealand hops are just fucking incredible, dude.
I've been preaching that, kid. Them South Pacific hops are amazing. New Zealand, Australia. Dude, that's the fucking deal right there.
That body is just so smooth and lets that hop just fucking go, man. Because that hop is just a nice little tropical spicy hop.
What is it? A Nelson? A Waimea?
Well, I think
Matueka?
I think it's at the Waikiki or something.
Okay. So the name of the hops, the name of the beer?
Oh, no. Okay, my bad. All right, so it's Raku.
Rakeu. Dude, I love Rakeu. So good.
Nelson and Simcoe. Simcoe is that nice little easy going, man. Dude, that's a good combination.
That is a great combination.
I thought it was like the W hop or something like that, man.
Waimea?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Dude,
really good. Dude, Rakeu and Nelson are two of the fucking home run hitters in the game right now. What does that drink? Oh, wasn't the Flying into the Fog, the Abomination Icarus collab? Rakeu?
Yeah, man.
That was fucking, and they encompassed it so well.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see what the hops were, but I just
think
love
it was. I drank it on Tuesday night. It was, and I think I wrote on my Untapped post that it accentuated the Rictu hop so well. I'm like, this is fucking fantastic. That's where the juice came from.
The hops, Nelson and
Rictu. Are you talking? Well, I can't argue that, but the juice also came from the Citra and the some of the bulls over here. But yeah, you're right. And the Galaxy and those South Pacific hops.
But shoot, what was I gonna say? But yeah, I didn't get the chance to see what hops were in that beer, the collaboration with Abomination and Icarus. Yeah, but man, that was such a good beer.
It's Rictu is the lead hop. I posted on Untapped the other night what the lead hop was. It was Rictu and something else. But that took the lead, and it was so beautifully well accentuated. And I'll give credit to Abomination. They do that, especially with their Wandering in the Fog series. They'll single out a hop and totally get the essence of that hop and get every aspect of it. And they do it so well. So shout out to Josh and the crew at Abomination.
I love that, dude. I love it when a brewery takes one hop and makes that like their beer that they're going to be making.
That's why I like good smash beer.
Because it helps like people that are into beer find out what that hop tastes like. You know what I mean? Like new people to craft beer world. I mean, that's the best way to learn, just to find out what hops you like. And then that beer is going to be the beer that you like.
Good point. If anybody's watching and you're just getting into craft beer, you'll see sometimes it's called a smash beer. And if you want to get to learn each hop, try them out and smash a single malt and single hop. It'll give you an idea of what each one tastes like. And it's a good pathway on to learning about craft beer. So if you're getting new into the game, try smash beer. It's usually an IPA type thing. Give it a shot. It's worth it.
Well, we talked about that data series for Treehouse last week, and that was a pretty cool thing where you use the same beer ingredients, but just
different yeast.
The yeast. Yeah, that's pretty neat too, man.
Nice. That is neat.
It's cool that like breweries are like venturing out. You know what I mean? Like, everybody loves IPAs. I mean, I don't know who doesn't, but it's neat to like take another step and dissect it and like bring it back. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree. That's a great point. That's a great point you made. I almost kind of like what you just said, the point you just made, which was a great fucking point. Almost like with football or different sports. Like, remember how I don't know, maybe I'm speaking out of tone, but like how you talk about, it's starting to expand and you're learning more about the craft itself. That was almost like football back in the day. Remember like when the West Coast offense came in with Bill Walsh? Right. And, he kind of made this thing that was a little different than the norm. And now, flash forward 40 years later, it is so morphed into something amazing more. I think craft beer's like that. I think you're right. I think you make a great point that it's fun learning along the way.
Yeah, right. Learning, man. And Anthony just made up a good point. He said you can't freeze those hops. And I imagine freezing them would take away like the taste of those hops.
Sterilize them.
Yeah. Kind of probably thumbs down the taste or something. And then I know like I freeze all my hops when I brew, but I didn't know that. Okay. What's that?
It's a juice machine, and I only grab it right now because it's the oldest beer I have in my beer. Well, no, it's not the old. It's it's the oldest IPA that I want to drink in my beer fridge. It is from January the 14th this year. Yeah. Or no, I'm sorry, January 24th. So I'm going to give it a shot. That would make it 2.5 months old almost.
Yeah, January. Yeah, you better pop that one, bud.
Yeah, and listen, I wasn't looking to have another 8% beer right now, but fuck it, I'm doing it for you guys.
This is going to be an interesting show, man. Yeah, you guys checking in tonight. Yeah, it's going to be good. Oh man.
Why? Who's checking in, Ant?
No, I'm just saying, like, how we're talking about all these different beers and such, and then you grabbing a third dipper.
Yeah, so and this is a hold on. That's 8.6. So I've had
Heavy
8.2, 8.4, and 8.6. This is I'll tell you this though. Any newbie
bomber. Yep. 8.6. I'm pretty proud of you there, Ricky.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you this. I can smell in the nose. Like, I'm not like trying to be a beer snob, but as somebody who's very well educated in the craft beer game, I can tell by the nose this has a little bit of age on it. And like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know the right words to use. It almost feels like the nose thins out a little bit. Let's give it a taste. Like I said, this is from January 24th, and it's now April 6th.
Oh yeah, so shoot, that's
2.5 months.
All right, but yeah, anybody that doesn't know, you're gonna lose a lot of hops once you get past around 2 to 3 months. You're gonna catch that more maltiness on the back end. I'm gonna
say this one didn't age the greatest. Now I have had some. It's still okay, but
it looks beautiful.
It does. It's great color. The smell's off. The taste is off.
And that's a juice project?
Juice machine.
Juice machine.
So, I mean, it's still, don't get me wrong, listen, it's still, better than you'll find in almost anywhere IPAs around the world. It's still great. Yeah. If I rated it right now on Untappd, I'd still probably give it like a 4.3, 4.35 maybe. So, and in my ratings, if I'm giving you a 4 over a 4, you're a really good beer. So to be up around 4.35 is still a good thing. I'm really cutting hairs right now just because me and you, we're kind of beer snobs. We drink the best of the best, as you say. But
shelf life of New England IPA is 25. I'd give it a little bit longer than 20.
Yeah, a little bit longer than that, though. Yeah, at least 2 months. But some age better, some age worse.
Like I've had beers from Tired Hands and like Treehouse that were too hot. You know what I mean? Like just straight off the bat, man. Age. Yeah, you need at least let it age like a week, man. Like once this stuff's like canned that day, because
I know what you're saying, Ant. You're right. 24 days. Well, that's ideal, but I think with as brewing's getting better and more intricate, I think you can get a little bit longer. But yeah, 24 days is ideal.
I know that's a good thing. That's a good thing about IPAs is that they don't take long to ferment. Like you can make a good IPA in maybe a couple weeks, whereas lagers, you have to let it sit for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you want to drink it fresh. It's made fresh, and that's the whole scope of it. You want to have that hop, it hits you right off the bat.
As they say in the food world, farm to table. So yeah, you're right. I mean, they always say in IPA world, fresh is best, and it's true. Fresh is best. But like I said, some will age well, some won't. But so we'll move past the Sixers point. I just want to say they got their ass kicked tonight.
We still got a lot to talk about. Still got Embiid, Maxey, Harden. Like we got a lot of good players. Like we took an L tonight, but we beat the Celtics the night before, right?
Yeah, so, on Tuesday night we did, and
it looks promising. You know what I mean? We go to the playoffs. I think we'll be all right. I
hope. I
don't know who they played the guys today.
They played Miami tonight.
Right, but did they sit anybody out? Like
they sat Maxey. Maxey sat, and then Embiid and Harden sat most of the fourth quarter because we were getting blown out.
Well, yeah, there's no sets, dude. Don't fucking.
Right. No, I agree. I wouldn't have played them either.
Right, man. You get sit some people, take the L. We'll go into the playoffs, then rest it, and fucking bat it out, man. Just
I would not be shocked if Doc sat Joel and Harden the last 2 games of the season coming up on what is that, Sunday and Tuesday. I wouldn't be shocked if he and you know what, he probably should let him get a week of rest going into the playoffs and come out all guns a blazing.
Right, we only have
2 games Yeah, so, I think Sunday and Tuesday.
Yeah, Hawks on tomorrow and Nets on Sunday. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, and it's going to be interesting because you played the Nets on Sunday, and that's going to be our first round matchup. So that's going to be very interesting. Okay. But like Doc, like I said, sit Joel and Harden against the Nets. Because listen, do you show your hand in poker?
Right. That's what I would do, man.
I would show them nothing.
Right. I would sit them at that Nets game, and give them confidence going into the game, and then just take the third out, put the boys back in, and smash them. That's what I would do.
Like, right. I feel you, kid. What's up now, motherfucker? Let the Nets get the fake chest pump. Like, oh, I'm tough. And then you come back and are you though?
Right, man. Here's the real team. I mean, like that'd be awesome, dude. I'd be happy to see that.
Lastly, as we're at almost the hour mark, I want to say this. I know we haven't been talking as much Eagles lately, but the draft is coming up. We're less than a month away. I am a huge draft Nick. I love the draft. I watch a ton of college football. I watch a ton of pro football. I'm totally intrigued by it every year. I've been following it, 25 years easily. I love it. The Eagles are sitting at pick number 10 and number 30 in the first round. Yeah. I think at 10, I think more than likely you'll see them take a defensive lineman, as they should, whether it be a tackle or an end. I'd love to get Lucas Van Ness from Iowa. The kid is a fucking beast. Right. You're probably, I know people are talking about the D tackle from Georgia who had the racing issues where he got, in a little bit of trouble. I don't think he's going to be there at 10. I think probably Seattle will take him around, what is it, 6 or 7. You also have the DN from Georgia who's a stud. I'd love to get him, but Lucas Van Ness is a fucking monster. He can play next to Jordan Davis for the next 11 years. I mean, it would be the duo of duos. That's my pick. You heard it here now. I don't know how it's going to play out. And then at pick 30, if you can get Brian Branch at 30 out of Alabama as your safety, that's a great pick.
Beef up the defense, man. We need it. We got a lot.
I agree.
We got a lot of old boys, man, and it's nice to see the guys come back, but they're old. They're going to need a little bit of depth. So
and to teach the young guys for one more year. Right.
Exactly. Let them train up the young guys while you got them here. That's the whole fucking key. So man. But I know. Talk to Stoggs and Big Game James.
Yeah, watch our shows throughout the week.
They're going to be doing a mock draft. I'm sure, man. They cover all sorts of sports. So.
Hey, James and Stoggs, if you're watching, get me on your show, dude. I do my homework. I know my shit. I'd love to get on there and fucking talk some draft with you.
And shout out to Stoggs. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Stoggs. Go Eagles.
Happy birthday, Buff Nerd. Get him.
Happy birthday. Go Birds. Stoggs a big Eagles fan.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and I know my boy Trey is a big Michigan fan, so shout out.
Yeah, definitely check out their shows on Big Game Entertainment, Big Game Sports Buzz.
Great shows.
So, do you feel like we're going to do good on the draft, dude? You think, it's only like 20 days out, right? I think it's like the 27th.
It's the last weekend in April. I hope they do. Howie needs to. And listen, Howie's game plan the last 2 years is right on draft high in the SEC. And I know it almost sounds so simplistic, but seriously, do that. That's why I just got to. Now, if you take Lucas Van Ness, yes, he's Big 10. That's fine. I'll take him at 10. But, draft in the SEC.
Right. Get the popular players, man. If they're good, dude. They're all those teams for a reason. They got drafted from those colleges for a reason.
Right. Don't try to be the smartest guy in the room and outsmart anybody. Keep it simple, stupid.
Half the homework's done. You know what I mean? Like, they're on that team. Okay. So, right.
It was 2 years ago. Well, you know why we took Devontae Smith at 10? Because he just won the Heisman at Alabama, who won the national title. Keep it simple. I know Howie watches the show. So, Howie, shout out to you. Keep it simple, kid.
Now, do you think he's going to give up any high picks for a bunch of lower picks to beef up the team?
There's a chance. And whatever we think Howie's going to do on Sunday or later this month probably is what he won't do. But I'll say this, not that I'm an expert, but I do watch a lot and read a lot about college. And I think you have about 10 or 11 guys that are elite talent in this draft. And then after that, it really levels off. So if you have a top 10 or 11 pick, you should hold on to it. And we do. So I know most years you would trade down and get extra picks, but there was a year not to do it. It's this year. There's 10 or 11 guys that are elite, coming day one starters. If you can get one of them 10, 11 guys, do it. Seriously. And you can. Yeah. You're at 10. You think about it, there's probably going to be 4 quarterbacks that go in the top 10, and not all 4 are going to deserve to. So that's going to leave a lot of players.
A lot of teams need quarterbacks, man. So you know,
right. So everybody gets quarterback hungry come draft time, whether these guys are good or not.
Now, I think we need a little depth, but if you could get something good, man, get something fucking good, dude. Because we need talent.
You need to go defense, especially defensive line. That's the biggest need right now. And then, you know what? You could even go Brian Branch, the safety out of Alabama, at 30 if he's still there.
Now I do like Howie. Oh no, the offseason, man. He's been making a lot of good moves. You know, whatever he doesn't do in the draft, I feel like he'll be good. You know, covering it up, dude. He'll be all right.
I gotta give him credit. He's a really good GM. I beat him down in years past, but he's a really good GM.
Yeah, I think he learned his lesson, man. I think he knows how to play the game now.
I think Jalen Reagor was the ultimate wake-up call for him.
Yeah. Whiteside too, man. That was awesome.
That was probably that Jeffrey Lurie's fucking numbnut kid making the pick because he's buddies with him from Stanford, you asshole.
Oh, really?
Hey, love you, kid, but stay the fuck out of the draft room. We don't need you in there. Go get tea and crumpets with the weirdos over in England. Get out of here, dick.
Oh,
you too, Jeff.
Shots fired. Man.
Shots fired. I know Jeff watches, so here. That's only because you let your son make a draft pick that I did that.
If you can get this beer from Fides, man, it is fucking awesome. Did you machine?
Shit.
All right, well, let's see. We got any other sports to talk about?
So we talked Eagles, we talked Phillies, we talked Sixers, and talked Flyers. How are your Union doing?
I know they started off strong. I haven't been able to chance to watch them, man. I know my sister got tickets to the game, their last game or something. She's been following pretty good. I took a step away from soccer, man, because I'm that too. But I'm a Chelsea fan. I love Christian Pulisic from PA, Hershey, PA. Awesome guy. He plays the U.S. team. Fucking plays his heart out, and he plays for Chelsea. And Chelsea's getting demolished this year, man. So
what's that, England?
That's the premier. But yeah, Union's doing really well. I mean, they won 2 of their last 3 games, and then they tied 1. So
that's cool.
Yeah, they'll be back, dude. They'll be back to where they were last year, man. They're an awesome team last year. They made it to the championship.
They did. So, they should have won it.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of that happened in Philly.
2022 was the year of second place in Philadelphia. As Charlie Manuel would say, I had a lot of second place finishes. Time to get some first place finishes.
And then over U.S. overall, too, because the U.S. soccer team was in the championship. They lost. And then, what was that? The World Baseball? And the U.S. team lost to that, man.
Yes. And also, don't forget.
There's like 5 fucking championships, dude.
Wait a minute. Don't forget the Philadelphia Stars last year in the USFL. People forget, made it to the championship game and lost.
So that's 6 like Philly and US teams that lost. That's fucking insane. Wow. I forgot about the Stars, dude. They're in the championship too. Damn. That's starting to back up too, right? The USFL.
It's getting ready to start, yeah. And you got the XFL going right now.
I can't get in the XFL.
I'm trying. It's just I'll put on for a couple minutes. I'm like, ugh.
I like the USFL though. That was all right. I watched that a few times.
I like football. Listen, every year leading up to this, like in early, late January or August, I'd always start watching CFL, Canadian football, because I added Jones from football. So listen, it's there. The want to watch football is there. It's just the product is,
Yeah, Yeah.
You got to let it be nasty if you want people to watch and it not be NFL. Don't make it. Let it be nasty. Kind of combine NFL and WWE. Let it get nasty. I'm serious. That's what I'll watch that. And it's the same like soccer. They're like people in America don't like soccer. Let them fight. Let them check like they do in hockey. I'll watch.
I try to fill up the gaps with the soccer, and I'm just burned out, dude. I had to go to the championship and lose the U.S. team and the Union. I was just like, I have enough of my own teams that I love in Philly that lose. I don't need to watch soccer and have them break my heart too. You know what I mean? Like it's too much.
Word up.
I try.
I hear that, dude.
Yeah. Well, all right, buddy. You want to call?
All right, kid. I'll talk to you soon, man. Good seeing you.
See you next week, buddy.
Later.
See you.